So we have Abhi now with us. I'm going to ask her, as a beautiful young girl, what is your take on women empowerment? Are they being empowered enough, or still they need to be empowered? In some parts of the world, I feel still they talk about, but women, they are treated in a different way. Sometimes in other way also that is there, but still I think some parts needed women empowerment. Maybe probably UK, I think women are much more empowered. But still, I want to know from you, what is your take on women empowerment, women on education, women on politics? What is your perspective, Dr. Abhi?
Again, I think this is a very obviously complex subject where everyone can have different views. And it's had a very, very long history. That's been a struggle for a lot of women. So I never want to sort of downplay that struggle or that like pain that people have had to go through. Currently, like my view is just that I think everyone is equal. Like no one, if someone wants to be educated, it shouldn't matter if they're male or female, and that is kind of how it is to my knowledge in the UK, and in many other countries. But I know that there's still things like differences in pay that people receive for the same jobs. And I also know that some women also don't necessarily want to go into fields like where they would require like a very high education or anything, and I think that's completely okay as well. Like I think it's completely up to personal choice, and people should be accepting of whatever that individual wants. So for example, if a woman said, oh, I want to be a housewife, I don't think it will be feminism if another woman goes to that woman and says, no, you should be educated, you're going against the system, something like that. I think, it's just completely personal choice, and I'm really grateful for all the opportunities that we've had and what we've been given. And I hope that everything can keep continuing and growing as it is, and the world can keep evolving. And I think that's a real sign of sort of a healthy sort of relationship with feminism.
Yeah, I think it's a very good way. As you rightly said, it's individual choices. They can choose whatever they want. To some extent, I feel the basic education has to be there. I don't know, this is my perspective. Women has to be educated, for example, a little bit about internet, a little bit going to the banking, a little bit all this, so that you don't depend on anyone, for that matter of fact. Then you are empowered. Some kind of education, not necessarily I mean degree education or university education. Some early education, I think, is need of the hour. What do you think?
I definitely agree because, yeah, I'm a strong believer in everyone needs to be independent, especially financially.
Yeah.
Many people can get trapped in a relationship if they're dependent on the other person for money, even if they're not being treated very well. And they might not even have those opportunities if they don't have the right qualifications to go on, study further, or get a job that would sort of sustain them, that they're happy with. So obviously I think that it's really important for everyone to have the base education, of course. Like, I think education is power. There's sort of nothing that can change that. Like, if people at least can have the opportunity to have a go, they can also see what they like, what they don't like. They can discover themselves more as well. And it opens up the opportunities.
Yeah, I think very beautiful, as rightly you said, a financial freedom is a mandatory for every human being. You must be free. Yes, then only you can do in this world. Anyway, so nice, and I'm really happy I could able to gather a lot of ideas from your young brides. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.